Joining us to discuss, introducing Novandino. Please welcome Senior Vice President, Corporate Services at Novandino Lithium, José Miguel Berguño. Moderated by Policy and Geopolitical Lead at Benchmark Mineral Intelligence, Bryan Bille.
Very nice being here today. Hi, José Miguel. Yeah, let's kick off and start by setting the scene. So, Chile's national lithium strategy marked a significant shift how lithium is developed, produced in Chile, with a stronger focus on, let's say, public-private collaboration and partnerships. And I think Novandino Lithium is an illustration of that, right? But perhaps for our audience, could you provide more background on Novandino Lithium, please?
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. Novandino is this new name, this new company, but I have all of the experience of SQM Lithium. We have been working in this industry for the last 30 years. We began with small production, and now we are increasing this production. And we add like a partner, Codelco. Codelco is the Chilean company that produces copper. It's the biggest company in copper in the world. And really, we create this JV, 50-50. And with this agreement, we can extend the production until 2060. And it's a good news for the industry, from our point of view. It's a good news for the Chilean economy, for the local economy. And this is part of the results of our activity, private, public, how to share in a good way in this policy to promote the production of lithium. As you know, we refine most of our production in Chile, and from Chile to export from different countries.
Okay, thank you. And when it comes to public-private partnerships and your cooperation now with the government, how has this changed, let's say, project development and project finance in practice?
Yeah, we can share all of the experience that have SQM. We are on the market for many years, and then we have finance, we have the knowledge to develop this project. And the main issue that before this agreement with Codelco, we have this contract with Corfo, the public agency that is the owner of Salar de Atacama. Salar de Atacama is the place that we obtain the brine, the lithium, the raw material to produce refined lithium. And this contract was only until 2030, and then we have this until 2060. This new horizon for us is really important to develop a new project to increase the production, increase the quality, and also develop more sustainable process. And then it's good to have this new horizon. And the partnership with Codelco, of course, is very important. They have a lot of experience. It's really a big company. They have really good professional people. And then if you add two big companies with a good project, it's really good for the industry, for us, for the Chilean government, Chilean activity, and of course for the local community too.
Okay, thank you. I want to now move to the lithium markets and the dynamics there, and also as a company, are you faced with those dynamics? So as you probably know, the critical mineral markets is characterized by, and including the lithium market, is characterized by price volatility and a growing, let's say, geoeconomic risks. I mean, an increasing government intervention through export controls, the recent crisis in the Middle East. So against this background, as a company, how are you taking long-term business decisions, and how are you identifying opportunities among all of these risks?
Yeah, first of all, mining is a long-term industry, and then we invest not just for the price in one quarter. We invest if we have really a competitive advantage. And we see this advantage in terms of the cost production. We develop processes, we work with people that really know about how to produce lithium. We increase the capacity, where 10 years ago we produced 40,000 tons per year. We expect to produce more to 250,000 tons this year. And then this is first part, how to always work in the cost, the total cost, how to reduce the cost, how to be really competitive. Second one is how to increase the quality each year. Year by year, we have new challenges in terms of the quality of this lithium for batteries. Yeah. Probably 5 years ago, we produced some lithium that now is not really good, and probably that the high quality lithium that we are producing now in 5 years will be not enough. And the second, for this point, is how to produce every year better quality. Yeah. And the third part is how to be very sustainable in terms of how to produce the lithium. These three elements make a competitive advantage, and we're growing, we're developing better quality, and we're working very hard in a sustainable way. Yeah. If the price is going down or high,
yes,
it's not part of our really, it's someone that we cannot control, of course. And we see we're very optimistic in this industry. The demand is growing. There are really good numbers. But our job is work very hard in these three main points.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. I want to move to responsible lithium production and license to operate, which is it's really important also in this country, license to operate. But I think it's also very closely aligned to the company's, at least looking back at SQM, at the company's DNA. But lithium extraction has, in the South American salt flats, has come under increasing environmental and social scrutiny, especially when it comes to water use, impacts on local communities. So as a company, how are you, you're faced with these challenges. How are you addressing these challenges with a view to scale lithium production in a responsible manner?
Yeah, it's very interesting how to produce more lithium, but how to produce a better lithium. And what is a better lithium? Not just the quality, but also how to reduce the impact. Lithium is contributing to reduce the impact of world challenge. Yeah, but we need to reduce the local impact in the local community, in the Atacama groups. The name is Licanantay. There are some indigenous communities around close to our facility. We work with them, and if we want to reduce or to be more responsible, there are really two main topics. One is how to reduce the environmental impact. If we see the environmental impact is related with two elements. How to reduce the use of brine. The brine is the raw material from Salar de Atacama that we obtain lithium. And the second one is how to reduce the use of fresh water. And this is not just a promise for the future. In the last 5 years, we are working on that. We reduce the use of fresh water in a 50%. And we expect to we don't use fresh water in the next 10 years, applying new technology. And the second issue is how to reduce the use of fresh brine. We're reducing the brine around 35%. At the same time, we're increasing the production of lithium with less raw material, with less brine. We are increasing the production 5 times. And this is basically a result of innovation to create new technology. And the new technology is useful for increase the yield and really to obtain this kind of results. It's not only an environmental issue with these two topics, it's also a challenge with the relationship with the local community. I dedicate part of my time to work with the community. We have a good relationship. The last year we have a consulting a process that we ask with the community, with Corfo, the public agency, and all of this agreement with Codelco has the approval of the communities in a very formal process. The law in Chile regulate these kind of things. And we have 1.5 years talking with the community, and as a result, we have the approval, and also we create a direct relationship with this community. We have meetings, we have, including some part of the board that has every quarter meeting with some leaders of the community. And then, if we want to be really a good actor in the lithium industry, we need to be a good partner from the local communities.
If I may ask, because I'm pretty intrigued, how many local communities are there then around the mining area?
It's not a lot of population, but it's a lot of small communities.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not so close from the operation. If we, the communities like this Lecanantay community is in the border of Salar de Atacama, that is around between 30 kilometers and 90 kilometers from the facilities. But we try to work together in different ways. One is the local employment, the local activity, but also how to develop better public services, on how to share knowledge, how to share, for example, the technology to monitoring the impact in the local environmental, for example, close to some of this town.
Okay, I think you have alluded a couple of times to efficiency gains that can be made. Can you elaborate a bit more about this? And also looking at new technologies. I mean, for instance, I'm thinking about direct lithium extraction, DLE. What role can it realistically play in all of this?
Yeah, we heard about this diversify, and diversify. Yeah, this is part of the flexibility. And we have the traditional process, this evaporation in ponds, and we are including new technologies to extract the lithium. Not only the DLE, there are more technologies, and this brine is a natural resource, and then it's not so standards. And then it's better to apply different kind of technology. To modify the technology that is in place in Salar de Atacama, we need to obtain a permission. The name of this, we talk about Salar Futuro, future of the Salar. And we expect to present this new project for the environmental permission in June of this year. And we will invest in the next year to obtain all of this new process. Some of this technology we're working in our refinery plant close to Antofagasta. Antofagasta is approximately 200 kilometers from Salar de Atacama. Antofagasta is in the coast. And we have there the biggest plant in the world to refine lithium, hydroxide and carbonate. Yeah? And some of the technology that we will apply in 5-8 years in Salar, we're applying in an industrial way, and we're learning, and we're create a better, like a 2.0, 3.0. Yes. And then all of this modify, this complement using different kind of technology is good to reduce the use of fresh water, to reduce the use of brine, and to increase the yield and obtain more lithium from less brine.
Okay, thanks. And I want to move back now to the geopolitical environment, and want to have your take on Chile's, but also the company's role in the global diversification efforts. As you probably know, there's a global push now, including from the United States and this administration, to diversify supply chains, to develop ex-China critical mineral supply chains. Yeah, what's your take on what the company, what can the company do? What is the company's role in this? And more broadly, how can Chile contribute to this? And also, linking this to the United States.
Yeah, from our point of view, it's good to diversify. Yeah. We promote the refinery production in Chile. We produce this carbonate battery grade in Chile, hydroxide battery grade in Chile, And from Chile, we can export for different markets. We have a CapEx program to increase this capacity in Chile in both products. Yeah. And from this point of view, we're very optimistic with the demand in the US, in Europe, of course, Korea, Japan, China. It's good to have different alternatives. Yeah. As you know, the main capacity to refine lithium is in China, and outside China is Chile. Most of the refinery production in Chile is from Novandino, from SQM, now Novandino. And from our point of view, this effort can contribute to develop different markets. We have been doing business with the US until 1975 with nitrate. Next year we will have 100 years doing business in the US, and really we are a Chilean company with different investors, but we are very open to make business in different parts of the world. We assume that we are a good partner to create more demand in the US, in Europe, and different countries.
Yeah, because what we tend to forget is that SQM and now Novandino is doing more than just producing lithium, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And perhaps quickly on the US-Chile relationship. I mean, as you know, there was an MOU signed recently. Can I have your quick take on this from a company perspective? Yeah, what's your view on this?
Yeah, we see that the demand in different countries is growing with different numbers. We expect that all of the public policy that are doing in the US, in Europe, will really have an impact in how to increase the demand of lithium. For us, we are prepared, we invest in flexibility to have different kind of product, lithium carbonate, lithium hydroxide, to cover different demand in the future. We have this capacity, and we have the flexibility to move the production to cover the demand, and of course, with similar public condition from all of this market. Yeah? We are a very global company. We see the world like a very connected world, and we are very open to do business and to create this partnership with local companies here, with companies in different parts of the world. And we assume that our main role is to produce more lithium, better lithium, and more sustainable lithium. Yeah? And we are working on that. We invest a lot in how to develop better process to achieve these three objectives at the same time.
Okay, thank you. We've got a bit more than 2 minutes left for a last question. I want to ask and end with a forward-looking question. So, looking towards 2030, but even looking beyond 2030, what does success look like for a company like Novandino Lithium, but also more broader Chile as a country in this rapidly evolving critical mineral space?
Chile is a mining country. We produce, like a country, a lot of copper, lithium. We're very important in lithium too. There are new projects of lithium in Chile. We're very happy about that other company can grow in Chile. There are a lot of lithium in the world. Lithium is not a very special element. It's hard to obtain a good quality lithium with price, but there are a lot of lithium in the world. And we assume that new project in Chile is good for the country and good for the world. For us, like a company, we are a lithium company. We see that to maintaining this agreement with Codelco, to see the long-term period, we are working on how to create a better company in all of this way that I mentioned. We have a good people, we have the right people, we have working with people for many years, and we assume that they have a responsibility to contribute to develop the EVs in the world, to batteries, providing good lithium, good quality, on really good sustainable. We need to create a good impact in a local way. At the same time, we are contributing to the global development of this kind of industry.
Okay, thank you so much. I think this brings us to the end of our discussion. José Miguel, thank you so much for sharing your insights about this very exciting company. Please join me in giving him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.